Hi there, welcome to another session in which we explore BARD in context of financial investments and stock market. We have seen in our earlier videos on how to leverage BARD to understand the quarterly results or a specific company. But many a times when you start exploring investment options, you don't know which sector to invest. You might have heard like things like EV space, renewable energy, or for that matter, microfinance. These are exciting spaces to be investing because these are expected to grow over a period of time in India. And you would like to understand, so you need a starting point, and that's again a space in which BART can support you. So today we're going to leverage BART to understand about EV as a space. So this is just a starting point, but not necessarily all the information that is needed for investment. So let's say you don't know much about EV and you want to figure it out, so you can simply go ahead and ask that to Bart, and I'll say that can you tell me about EV industry in India, its growth prospects and current market size. So it indicates that India's electric vehicle industry is zooming towards a brighter future. Current market size is $5.61 billion and it's expected to grow at a astonishing 46.838%. So you are able to identify the right companies, then obviously there is scope. Now two-wheelers dominate the market with over 90% of EVs being electric scooters, followed by a growing segment of electric cars and commercial vehicles. So that's what it indicates. It gives you a good set of numbers over here, and supportive policies like FAME 2 scheme, which offers subsidies and incentives of EV manufacturers and buyers, are playing a crucial role in boosting the industry. Increasing investment in charging infrastructure and battery manufacturing are also essential for sustained growth. So it kind of gives you a good prospect of what the numbers look like, what's the space like from a commercial vehicle perspective, four-wheeler perspective, and the two-wheeler perspective, and is also calling out the challenges and opportunities. So it definitely gives you a good starting point. Let's say that you want to build on this further. Now my obvious next question to it would be that okay, it's fine, this is the space, can you tell me exactly the value chain for components and companies in EV space? I'll say EV and associated space. Like in case of EV, yes, of course there are companies like Ola and all which are involved directly in manufacturing, for that matter Tata Motors or Mahindra and Mahindra. But then there would be companies which would be in the helping these companies establish the value chain, be it the batteries like Exide and Amara Raja, or be it the companies which are coming up with installed base for recharging. So that's what I want to understand a little bit. So let's say what it has to tell me about that. So it indicates that lithium, there's like the raw material, that's lithium, cobalt, nickel, and recently there's a lot of news that India has found lithium mines, rare earth elements used for magnets, and there's a whole lot of things. Okay, then there is lithium ion batteries. So this is giving me all the things in context of global markets, but I'll indicate that I want to be specific about Indian markets. So be specific in context of Indian market and manufacturers. So I have just edited the one that I had already provided. You can simply go and edit it, and I'll just say update to it, and it'll give me that context. And in fact, when I was looking at the numbers in the earlier query, I wanted it to be in rupees, but it gave me everything in dollars, so you can always go around that, and I did it. So now it has brought me that okay, there is a raw material, there is lithium, cobalt, nickel, then battery manufacturing, Tata Auto, Tata Power, Mahindra and Mahindra, Exide Industries, as I mentioned earlier. Then there are electric motors, Siemens, permanent magnet and AC induction. Then power electronics, Tata Elxsi. I know the stock has gone up significantly in the last few years. That has been like one of the preferred stocks in the stock market in the previous bull run. Tata Power, Adani Electricity. So there are a whole lot of them which have come, has given me a list of all the companies and different types of things that are there. Now it's giving me all the different parts in which different companies are operating, and what I can clearly see is that there is vehicle manufacturing, there is core components, then there's battery manufacturing, different parts of the value chain that exist. Now let's say I want to actually ask it that I want to go deeper into this battery swapping infrastructure. So can you give me a list of companies which are in battery manufacturing and battery swapping infrastructure, and let's say that I want to go a little deeper into this. So I want to go a little deeper into this and understand this. So there's Exide, there's Tata Auto, there's Mahindra and Mahindra, Ola Electric, Ather Energy, other battery manufacturers, Luminous Power Technologies, venturing into lithium ion battery, Himachal Power, HPPCL. So there are a whole lot of them, and then Ather Grid is subsidiary, operates a network of battery swapping stations for its electric scooters in several Indian cities. Okay, so now that we've gotten this whole list and a little bit of high level information, let's say I wanted to convert this into a table which tells me that which of these companies are traded on the stock exchange, what's their current revenue, when were they established, what's the PE. If I need all of that information, then that would be my next way of trying to identify which company to go after to explore further. So can you give me a table which brings these companies and the revenue, year of establishment, and strength. So that I can explore specifics of identified company. Let's say I make it like exactly the way I would talk to a personal assistant in context of my financial details. So I wanted to pick up these set of companies, give me a table which also has revenue, year of establishment. Maybe I'll also add to it a PE ratio, and let's see what it has to give me. It can give me a table. Okay, there it goes. So it kind of gets me all of that information. Exide Industries right there at the top. It's lithium ion lead acid batteries, established 33.24 as the P ratio, established brand, wide distribution. It is giving me a whole lot of information, and then it's also kind of telling me that what's the current P. and also the strength. Now, of course, like take for example Mahindra and Mahindra, they're just not into lithium ion batteries, they're into a lot of things. But you can definitely identify that which is the area that you want to actually go deeper in. So yes, Ather is also traded, but it's traded at 144.75. Amara Raja is at 39.4. So this is another one. Luminous, HPPCL, not publicly traded. Ather Grid. Okay, so it has brought me all the information that I needed. Now most of them are actually not public, but it definitely still gives me a good set of companies and their specific areas in which they are operating. To identify which company I would like to explore further. It gives me some understanding, especially in context of battery and battery swapping business. Now, if you want to go further and see what else was there which you would like to explore, you can definitely check it out because it has given you at least an understanding of what the industry looks like, what the revenue is, which we saw in the first segment. From the first query, then it kind of gave me the value chain that it exists, and we picked up the battery manufacturing and the battery swapping space. Then we went into the specifics of that particular segment and tried understanding which companies are operating over there, and then we brought it in context of the stock market to identify that okay, which company you want to go deeper in. So it definitely gives you a fair level of an understanding very quickly about the industry, about the companies that are there, about the value chain, and then also helps you filter down which company you would like to explore further. So with this, I'll take a wrap up at this point in time. As we've seen that you can use BARD to at least identify which area you would like to go deeper. It cannot help you make all your investment decisions, but it can help you narrow down your research very quickly. It's like having a trusted partner who can get you all the information, summarize it for you, and then you can go deeper. So if you look at it, you can start with the industry, go down to the specific company, understand it, identify, then compare the results, and then once you make an investment, you can follow their quarterly results. So we've kind of covered all of this in our set of videos. Check it out, play around with BARD and share your thoughts about it. You will have the link to this particular conversation in the comments, so you can always access it and see it for yourself. I'll see you in the next one, wherein we'll explore BARD further, especially in context of financial industry for now. Bye. Thank you.